Instead of, you know what? So, they need to smell. So before you go into that cage, they're all going to be barking. That's what dogs do. They bark. Until they say, okay, now what? Who's in charge to tell us what to do? Oh, nobody? And that's why there's no rules. Can I smoke in here? Whoo, no, hell no. Well, they need rules. They can't jump on people. They can't bark at people. They can't run whatever. We got to set some rules. They don't have to sit. I don't care. You just can't jump. And that's what we're going to be showing you. I'm going to show you how to shut them up to begin with, and then how to approach going into their cages, because you do anyway. And then Janice will come in and show you how to, usually we see those cages all in this hallway. And nobody can take a dog down them. And this one's doing this. We're going to show you how to walk them by any cage. They can look. Hell, we look as we go by. They just can't attack. And that's what we're going to teach you. How to correct a moment when that moment occurs. I'm not going to wait for him to do something. I'm just going to go, and if he does something, I'm going to correct it. Just like if I was walking and I dropped something. That's how simple this is. It's just different. Alright. So first things first, people are coming back here, and you should educate your people coming in. It's your facility. There's rules for the people who come in to adopt. So the first thing you're going to do is say, okay, we're going to come in here and allow the dogs to smell us. The reason dogs need to smell is because that's what dogs do. You know what? The only thing open is their nose, and then their eyes open, then their ears. So why do they do this when they're looking and talking?
Shelter.
So that's the kind of you guys watch. You're just wanting to adopt a dog.
Thanks so much.
All right. So I want you to come in here, and what we're going to do is I want you to.
Can you just call me back later?
Look at this wall. Come on back here.
Thanks. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you see what? You see them patches up there? Yep. You're coming in here like you're an inspector, not a dog carer or a dog, whatever you call yourself. You're in here to inspect the paint. Look at the floor. This is going to go ahead. Now you see what I'm doing. They're allowing them to smell me just by doing this. Versus, now I don't know what you're going to do when you do that. That's why people get bit. When the dog's eating and you shove a stick in there, I'd bite you too. This is just about letting them smell you. Now they got it with us. Now we can start to go in. I mean, was that hard? And it doesn't even take that long. I do this. And I'm done. This. Oh, you? And then once they know your smell, once you've done this, and as soon as you step in here, they'll go, oh, I know she's the manager. Because they'll know your smell. Instead of, oh, she's the one that plays with me all the time. And yaks at me and makes me jump. Alright, so this is the biggest jumper. These two, probably. And being a lab mix, how old is this one?
He's about 3.
Okay. So he's almost mature. So he's some of the terrible too. He's still got some of the terrible too. In a few more months he'll calm down as best he's going to get. Well, once there's rules set for him, this is like a kid without a teacher. That's all it is. So I'm going to go in. I'll go in by myself, but watch my action. Don't watch the dog. You know what the dog looks like. I'm not going to pay attention to the dog. I'm going to go in and inspect the top of the railings for wells, whatever you can think of. Just get your mind off the dog. Now, if that dog jumps on me in a moment, I'll have to teach him he cannot jump. Teaching him to sit is not going to teach him not to jump. You just set it so he doesn't jump. Just set it. How we set rules for things we don't like. I did this squeeze now. I just, does that hurt? Alright, you'll see dogs with the prong collars on, stainless steel. The purpose of that is if you're hard enough, the stainless steel prongs will that's what they sell, right? Well, why can't we use our fingers instead of stainless steel? It does the same thing if it's done with the right energy. Prong collar, stop it! Look at the energy. I'm not mad at the dog, I'm just teaching you can't jump. If this little girl was over here kicking me while I'm talking, I mean, no honey, I love you, but you can't kick me, okay? I mean, that's all you're doing with the dog. So he jumps in the moment, and then I'm going to look away, and that's the hardest thing to do. Once you correct him, you have to look away. We're in a bar. I shove him. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, come on, yeah. I mean, a 6-year-old gets this. But what if I happen to do this? Exactly. You don't see him chasing after me, do you? And that's important. Staring at a dog is a challenge. You've seen 2 dogs. Uh-oh. You all know this. So why stare at him? Mothers, are you mothers? I need you to go clean your room, okay? How, remember? I mean, does this look familiar? But, honey, I want you to go clean your room. I'm going to be in the laundry room, okay? How are you going to argue with me? I don't do kids or husbands.
I was going to say, can you come to my house?
I don't do kids or husbands. But the principle is the same. I'm not going to argue with a 6-year-old. Or 8, whatever she is. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to argue with the dog. If I go, I'm not going to argue with you. It's done. All right, so I'm going to go in. So get that turned around so you can see it when I go in. Because he's going to jump a few times. I don't care. If it takes 3 times or 30 times, he will get it. There's dial-up and there's high. I'm telling you right now, he's dial-up. High speed, you know, and I don't know the other ones, they're pretty cool. They're not working. These 2 are the more dominant ones around here. He's trying to protect everybody. He's first in the, I put him last.
Exactly.
And now he's protecting everything behind him. And it's not his job, but it is because you're not doing it, or you're not doing it. Once we do it, he'll go, I'm been fired, great. So here we go.
So basically all we're doing is we're going in, we're ignoring the dog, and you're in there anyway, so you're just going to, what he's doing now is putting his scent on there. So you guys are going to do that. If the dog happens to jump while he's in there, we're going to correct it with a bite, and that's it. And then we're going to keep doing what we were doing.
Now, if the dog gets in front of me, just watch what I'm doing.
I'm explaining it too. So if the dog is in your way, we're going to walk through the dog. That's called the floor rule. So what Mark is doing, he's walking through the dog. As if I'm walking over here to video, you'll see what happens if the dog is smart enough. See how you'll get out of my way. Yeah. So that is teaching the dog that we're in charge, because that's what a wild dog would do if he was the leader of his pack. He's going to walk through the crowd. He's not going to watch and go serpentine around the rest of the pack. He has respect, so he's going to walk through. Does this guy normally jump?
When we're outside.
Only if he's outside roughhousing.
Let me quickly then do cleaning.
Okay.
You know how you guys have to go through their case like this? No, you guys don't, but I mean the other people.
Me and Bonnie do.
This is what I can never figure out.
You can't get
I was
out.
locked in a shelter for a week one time.
And the bar goes up.
What's about?
He's going to be out there a while.
What?
This goes up. So what we're doing is claiming the door. So this means that we're telling the dog that the door area is ours. He's not allowed to leave the door because the pack leader, this would represent his cage. And he's a knucklehead. And we don't care if he takes 1 time, 10 times, 100 times. You're going in and out anyway, and your door's open 4 feet for a reason. Don't walk in like you guys are flat, like you're two-dimensional. You're teaching him that the door can open, that it's not his job to leave it. We're setting a boundary. And that's another thing with respect. Teach your dog, even your dog at home. Teach him not to go out and open door.
And if you want to practice, shut this door. But if he does really try to get out, if she tried to get in the street, what would you do?
Grab her.
Just stand there and watch her? And then what would you do? Wouldn't you put her back on the side of the road and say, honey, you can't get out in the street. I love you, but you're going to get hit by a car. So if Knucklehead tries to come across or into the street, he can come to the bar. I don't care. He can sit, he can lie down, he can break dance. I don't care what he does. The only thing he cannot do is cross the bar. If he does this, that's like her going, but what about this, Mommy? Is this okay on the road? No. The rule is this. If he does this, that's unacceptable. So all I did was, before I exit, and you've got to exit, you all do it every day. Shh. Now, what that means is, shh. That doesn't mean you be quiet. That means, don't even think about coming out here. Because that's what the shh is. It's a growl from us. We all can't do, it wouldn't sound the same, but we can all do shh, because we do it in the movie theaters. And that's all it is. Think about telling some kids to shut up in a movie theater. Shh. And then you would turn and watch the movie. You wouldn't go, shh. You just turn and mean it. So before you touch the door, before you go out the door, shh, and then go.
Let's just sit and watch and have fun for a minute. Wait. Just remember that looking at the dog after you make the correction is a challenge. We're not challenging him. We're telling him, don't go in the street, and now you're going to leave.
Now, when you practice this, you do not want to walk out of the cage like this. Why?
Right, exactly. He's going to follow. She answered.
Well, yeah. I want to make sure, for a while at least, that I can still see Knucklehead without... Now, here's the case. He crossed. He went out into the street. I'm not going to do anything out here. I'm going to get him back in by just walking into him. Because if you walk toward him, he'll back up. And then I go, shh, which means, no, this is where I want you. In a dog's language, in the animal kingdom, rattlesnakes rattle, cats go, shh, bears, ah. There's always a warning sound. To a dog, it's a growl. Shh, is that. With that energy, look how much he's calmed down just knowing someone's in charge. I haven't told him to do anything. I've just told him what he can't do. You can run up and down the halls, you just can't smoke in the halls. There's a difference. Just go get in that room. Well, that doesn't change anything. People put their dogs away when guests come over. What did that change? Nothing. This changes everything. So you come in, you go in there, shut the gate behind you, inspect the chains. It's the same thing every time. And once these dogs know you, there's less to do. You don't have to do anything other than go and feed them or whatever you do. But so once, don't look down. This is not about who's in there. This is about why you went in there. You went in there to pick up something. You went in there to clean the thing. You went in there to do something, and now come back out. But before you come out, turn, shh, and then immediately go. Now go. It's that quick. Stand there,
Leave
look
the door
up
open.
here. You don't have to see how he's using his belly to block. We want to get brave. Because, I mean, he's not going to go far. But that's right. Now, as you're doing your thing, you can keep an eye on him. Just in case he decided to sneak out into the street, you're still not going to allow it, no matter when it happens. Now, go shut the gate. Here's the most important thing when you guys are dealing with these dogs. Shut up. Why do I keep looking at you? I don't know. You need to, when you go in to feed them or water them, you really